Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. It is 2001. Wow, I can't believe it. We have actually made it. We're actually here. It is a brand new year. How exciting. 2021. So many exciting opportunities ahead, I hope. Glad to be back. Hope you are glad to be back. My name is Lee Chase. I am the Adult Program Coordinator with Literacy Mid-South, a nonprofit organization in Memphis, Tennessee. We offer one-on-one tutoring for adults, so 18 and over, who need assistance with reading or learn skills. So, if you or anybody you know would like those services or need those services, there's some information on the screen for how you can contact us, or I will also share it at the end of the lesson. Also shared at the end of the lesson. All right, well, so without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in for our first episode of 2021 of Literacy Lunch with Lee. Literacy Lunch with Lee. So Literacy Lunch with Lee is an English lesson. I am here every Monday and Wednesday on Literacy Mid-South's Facebook page, live for you here. But if you happen to miss the lesson or if you jump in late, all these episodes are recorded. So you can go back into the video archives, rewatch them, see what you missed. There are always plenty of opportunities for practice as well. So please go back. Review these videos, lots of great vocabulary, lots of great conversation. So plenty of things that you can work on that should help you in many different areas of your everyday life. So these are very helpful, I think, with English. And even if you are working on reading, since there is a lot of vocabulary, do work on pronunciation. I think a lot of this will be very helpful to you. If you are not in the Memphis area, please leave me a comment. I would love to know where you are watching from. If you know anybody who knows, please feel free to like and share these videos. We want to get them out there to as many people as possible who may need them. So please share them. And if you have any ideas about lessons, something you'd like to see me do a lesson on that I haven't done before, please leave me a comment. I'm here to help you, so let me know how I can best assist you. All right, well, let's jump into this week's lesson. This week we're going to be looking at something that's very important to all of us, something that we all have to do at some time or another, and that is looking for an apartment. So looking for an apartment. So an apartment, of course, is a home. It's somewhere that you are going to live. This could apply to renting an apartment or a house, either one, really. An apartment, is just a smaller version. But we're going to look at some different terms that come when you are renting a property, when you are renting something. And then on Wednesday, we will actually look at some actual phrases that you may use when you are looking for an apartment or a place to live. So, yeah, let's look at some different terms that go with renting an apartment when you are looking to rent an apartment. So rent, of course, as opposed to buy. If you're going to buy it, it means it is going to be yours. It will belong to you. If you rent it, it belongs to somebody else. You are just living there. You are living there and paying, but it belongs to somebody else. So let's look at some different terms that go with looking for renting an apartment. First up, there will be the application. So say that with me. Application. application. So the application is what you will fill out first if you want to rent an apartment. You have to fill out an application with personal information about yourself. So the person that you are going to be renting from can learn about you. They can learn about your history, how many different places you've lived. They can make sure that you have a job and you're going to be able to pay to rent the apartment. So the application is the first step. You're on, well, it could even if it's on the first floor. If it's in a building, you might look out and your apartment might have a balcony. It might have a balcony. So say that with me. Balcony. Balcony. It will have a balcony. So yeah, the balcony is just a nice little outdoor area where you can sit. You can have chairs and tables, plants. You might have plants out there to take care of. But your balcony is this nice area that you'll have outside where you can sit and relax and enjoy the weather when it's warm. I don't know if you want to sit out there right now. Well, it's cold. I don't know. Depending on where you are watching from. Here in Memphis, it is very cold today. We actually had some snow this morning, some little snow flurries, which is very uncommon for us here. So if you are renting, if you are going to rent an apartment, you will be the tenant. You will be the tenant. So say that with me. Tenant. 10. So we're talking about like the number 10. 10, the T-E-N. So this 10, ant. So tenant. Tenant. So the tenant would be you, the person that is renting the apartment. If you are the person living there, if you are the person living in the apartment, you are the tenant. You are the tenant. So if you are living there, you are the tenant. Sometimes you might have to have a cosigner or a co-tenant. A cosigner or a co-tenant. So co-signer, so the co-signer, if for some reason you are not able to rent the apartment by yourself, you need somebody else, a backup in case you are unable to pay. Yes, then you may have to have a co-signer or a co-tenant. A co-tenant is somebody who is actually going to live in the apartment with you. So they are also signing to you that they are going to be living there too, and they are actually going to be paying some of the money. They are going to be paying maybe half of the rent with you for the apartment. They are going to be paying maybe half of the rent. They are sharing the responsibility if they are the co-tenant. If they are a co-signer, they may not be living there. They may just be helping you get the apartment, that is. Okay, if you are going to be renting an apartment, oftentimes you will have, the person that is renting to you will pull a credit report or your credit history. So a credit report or your credit history. A credit report or credit history will let the person know how well you are paying your bills. It will have your credit card history on it. It will have medical bill history on it. Any type of long-term bills you've had to pay. If you bought a car, that will be on there. All of this will be on your credit report. Your credit. If they want to pull your credit report, then that will show them how well you do paying bills. Not everyone pulls a credit report. If you go through a company to rent your apartment, they may be more likely, I think, to pull a credit report. But that just shows how well you are paying your bills. All right, the person you're going to be renting from, the person you're going to be renting from. So the person that will give you your keys, that you're going to be paying every month to live there, that person will be your landlord. Say that with me. So landlord, landlord. Yes, your landlord is the person who probably they probably own the apartment building. They own it, or they work for the person who owns it. They are responsible for collecting the money that you owe. If anything in the apartment breaks, you need something fixed, yes, you will call the landlord, and it is their responsibility to fix it. So yes, the landlord is the person basically in charge. All right, so when you get a new apartment, you have to sign a lease. You have to sign a lease. A lease, or as you can see here, a lease agreement. A lease agreement. So the lease is what you sign. That is the official document saying that yes, you are going to be renting this apartment. The lease says you are going to be renting the apartment. So the lease will have all the terms and conditions. It will have how much you're going to be paying, how much your deposit was, and we'll look at that as we get further into this. So the lease may be for a year, 2 years. I think a lot of leases are standardly maybe a year. And it will have all the terms and conditions of what is expected of you and what you expect of your landlord while you live there. So that is the lease. Always make sure that you read the lease before you sign it. Or if you are unable to read English well, make sure you take somebody with you who can read it for you or can read through it for you, because you want to make sure that you always go through the lease before you sign it to make sure you understand everything there before you sign, because you do not want to get stuck in a situation where you signed a lease and then there's something in there that you did not understand, because that can come back to get you. So definitely make sure that you are always reading the lease before you sign it. While I said most leases are for a year, say that you have lived in your apartment for a year, your 1 year lease has gone up, then you might be able to live month to month. Month to month. So month to month means that there is no time frame on your lease. You're just able to live there as long as you need to, 1 month at a time. So you can just keep paying each month as long as you decide you want to stay. And that's usually if you are in good standing, you've always been a good tenant, you've always paid on time, you take care of the apartment, don't mess it up, then you might be able to do month to month. Month to month. All right, last one for today. If you live in an apartment, then you will probably have parking spaces. Parking spaces. So say that with me, parking spaces. Parking spaces. So yes, so you will have at least one parking space. It may depend on how many people are on your lease, how many people are living in the apartment, how many parking spaces you get, but they are usually assigned. They are usually spaces that are yours. No one else is supposed to park in those spaces but you. So parking spaces. So that will come also with renting an apartment. You will get parking spaces. Most of the time, or sometimes they are assigned. Sometimes you can just park wherever you want to in front of the building that you live in. Sometimes, though, they may have numbers in them and will be assigned to you. All right, well, that is it for today. On Wednesday, we are going to look at more terms that have to do with looking for and renting an apartment, and we will also look at some actual phrases that you might use, some actual sentences that you might need to use when you are looking for an apartment. All right, remember, if you're not in the Memphis area, please leave me a comment. Let me know where you are watching from. Please remember to like and share these videos. Please like and share them. I would love for as many people as we can to see these that may need help with English, who are looking to learn or improve them. I think all these lessons have terms that will be very helpful if you are doing that. So please, please like and share these. And if you are looking for assistance with reading or learning or improving your English, or if you know somebody else who is, and they are in the Memphis area, Literacy Mid-South is the organization that is here to help you. We would love to get you a tutor who can work with you on reading or on English. So if you need these services, please go visit our website at www.literacymidsouth.org or call or text. You can call or text 901-327-6000. That's 901-327-6000. All right, thank you everybody so much for joining me today for Literacy Lunch with Lee. So good to be back in 2021. So good to see all of you again. I will look forward to seeing you on Wednesday. And so until then, everybody stay safe and warm, and I'll see you next time.